as you guys know, something weird's been going on the nation states, specifically the World Assembly. So a so according to this post by Ernest Drake, credit to them, we the undesired, un, undersigned members of the nation states community wish to express our deep disappointment over the decision to designate separatist peoples as delete on site. If you don't know who separatist people is, they are a they were a GA secretariat who was a major part of the community. What hap- what happened was, according to this post by moderator United Calamari, is that separatist people was stood down from the GAS effective immediately. Last week, separatist peoples privately announced to leave an absence to last over a year. GenSec is required to maintain 6 active team members to ensure it can reliably fulfill its duties. Allowances are made for individuals with a period of inactivity for RL reasons. His position has been untenable at the point, and thus he has been removed from his team. It is regret that things have passed this way, given his previous lengthy period of contributions to the team. The GenSec team will be commencing the process of replacement. Separatist people would literally respond to, "I has to leave because my daughter died. You guys told me to pound sand." After this, Kalori and probably the rest of the moderator team was just declared delete on site. What? The what? I I don't know. I I see, like this 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 is very vague, because first off, separatist people posting internal staff messaging. So you guys just admitted you told a man who lost his daughter, the main reason why they're leaving the site because their daughter died, to pound sand. What? What? Excuse me? This isn't even the first time that this has happened. If we go back like a few months, same thing happened with another GA secretariat not too long ago. But if I can pull it up, because someone mentioned it earlier. I believe their name was uh where is it? Oh shoot. Okay, so there's more to this. Hold up. So apparently another GA secretariat, Imperium Angorium, resigned, along with another GA secretariat, Haymarket Riot. And there's an entire thing over here. Wow. This is spreading like wildfire. What? So this is like this is big, but like I don't know. It's still pretty young, so I don't know what's gonna happen afterwards. So according to some some sources, specifically, if I believe I'm correct, I think Lemuria was the one who linked it. Uh, oh, here we go. Yes. So Lemuria. So according to Lemuria, there was another person by the name of Wallenberg, which approximately kind of had the same issue. And here is the evidence that, and here's the affirmative evidence. Note that this is actually these are pictures taken by separatist peoples themselves. This is actually very important because we know that isn't this isn't doctored or anything. As you can see, it says, "Kindly accept notice that all site staff that I will be taking an extended leave of absence sometime mid-2026. I will endeavor to avoid CTE." And Golem who probably personally knows separatist people, says that based on a personal knowledge of separatist desire for privacy, I can affirm the underlying reason of absence is legitimate and justifiable. Segistan replies with, being absent from the role of a year is well past the point where someone would need to step down for this role. It's the same for other staff positions like issue editors and moderators, and therefore staff will need to be stood down and the team to be replaced. Please could start GenSec, start the recruiting process for replacement member. Apparently, separatist people, he didn't like that. He wants to keep his position, but he has to take extended leave, of course. He says he lost a child, and he calls Segistan an unbelievable prick. I think this is where escalation starts. Refugee Isle would literally follow up saying, ordinarily I would give a message of condolence and sympathy, but give the previous post scenes that would seem unlikely welcomed or taken as genuine. But this is challenging time for you. I get that. I'll attribute the last post to the difficulty you've been under. However, also understand that Sedge, along the rest of us discussing a large message here with the same effect, had no way of knowing why you needed an absence. There was no malice in the message or intention. I have worked with many volunteers in a variety of fields. When one needs a leave sabbatical that extends over several months or even a year and beyond that, that absence forms a vacancy, and it's far from unusual to fill it. The request to do so is not an attack on you, but prompts the rest of GenSec that continues to operate at its intended capacity. iStates responds with, I am opposed to removing him. Segistan replies, to be clear, we're not intending to review or amend the requirements. This is set out in the GenSec guide. It is, if I believe I'm correct, I believe this is actually lined up in GenSec guide. Let's see. GenSec guide. Here we go. Player initiate challenges, legal argument, GenSec, recursal, ties, GA Blizzard. No, that's not it. G. Here we are. General Secretary, GenSec, GenSec, English. If all intern, here we go. GenSec members of debate, 4 days. General Assembly, videos, Apple. Here, is this it? No. Where? I don't know where it is. If like, can someone like post it on like something, that would probably help. Right now, I'm at a loss trying to find. Oh, is this it? Appeal basic, proposal changer. Line amendments are illegal. Submitting a legality challenge. No. I don't know where it is. Might be over here somewhere. Just let's see. Oh, hold up. What's this? Oh, okay. Wow, that's a lot. Player wishes to fully challenge, player must that to deliberate challenge necessary. Gensec. Yeah, I don't see it. It says General Secretary Guide. General. Here we go. J rules, amendment rule, proposal coding. Let's see. J rule. I don't know where it is. If I may offer. Okay, Haymarket Riot responds with, if I may offer my question to the moderation team, let me say this in my game experience. He ran, so apparently, Haymaker Riot runs Augustine Alliance, which is a network of user-created regions. TLDR, he's just saying that the moderators kind of stepped too far, and separatist people should not lose their spot. Wow, that's a lot of words. Separatist people responded just as saying, no, we won't. And I think I will in fact remain inactive, and I think this will be very open about what's transpired here. I states would also respond to such a sentence saying, I honestly do not see why specifically 6 active members are needed when we could just do as well as 5, especially with 5 active members is only temporarily. Such a sentence, but to be clear, you are stating your refusal to follow the requirements of GenSec team members and threatening to leak private discussions. This is not really private. It's not tenable to continue on the team if that is the case. This is exceedingly poor way to handle the situation. Yes. Like, what? I would never leak private discussions. There is nothing confidential about me sharing that I was asked to a leave of absence and it was denied. So, and then according to the code of conduct states, GenSec members will provide to confidential information as part of the roles. This could include things like puppet identities, or players failing to vet it for GenSec, or statistics for GA proposal categories. GenSec members are required to maintain OPSEC, which I actually have no idea what OPSEC means, for all confidential information on a permanent basis. GenSec members may on occasion have to disagree with each other on the actions of other staff teams. While staff are not prohibited from disagreeing publicly to one another, they are expected to behave in a respectful fashion to each other, both publicly and privately, and outright criticism should be avoided in public venues. Staff members have the privileged ability to communicate directly with one another in a private medium via the NS staff Discord server, and are welcome to make use of this. Whoa. I'm not against what's going on here because, like, I think that declaring separatist people as the lead on site was like a step in the wrong direction, but if I'm being honest, right over here, this escalated things. Separatist people here kind of escalated it by saying this and the wording. Like, this was probably, like, I understand you lost a child, but this is just unnecessary, man. You could just say, like, you could have just worded it like, I lost my daughter. I will be back. I just need to take an extended leave for a little mental break. If you could please just keep my position. If I could just please keep my position, that would be good. Thank you. But if we're being also, it's not also how he responded, but how moderation reacted to this. Like, what? There is a lot of things wrong here. There is so much wrong here. What the? I don't know. So, because of all the drama that's going on here, we now have this letter written by Ernest Drake and is signed by some of the largest people on the site. We got major players in here. And I'm not even talking about like one political spectrum against one other political spectrum. This is everyone. Literally everyone. Like, this is, like, for example, you're having the literal Pacific Alliance. You're having the Pacific Alliance, you have the North Pacific, the Pacific, the East Pacific, and where's the South Pacific? The South Pacific sitting next to NATO 2022. We have people from literally every single region. We have people from Europe, Aquitaria, Communities. We also have stuff from Anarchy, Stellaria, Osiris, freaking Telonia, and freaking Plains of Prenedation, the United Federation, Transatlantic Pirates. This kind of marks something, because not only Transatlantic Pirates, but Lone Wolves is in this. The reason why that's big is because these are raiders. These are literally raiders. and they would rather stop WA rating, just for this. That's insanity. Like, what? In total, this is over 500 players who have signed this. 500 players. And it's not just like small people. These are like delegates. These are actual people who hold high positions in in major in these major regions. Like example, Albrook here. I believe if I'm correct, they held a high position. I believe they held a high position. I do not know what happened. Oh, that's why. She would apparently they were minister of the World Assembly, and then because they left, they got dismissed. Yeah, they had a they had a large influence in the region. So like, what in the so what's gonna come out of this? What's gonna come out of this? My opinion, absolutely nothing. If we're being honest, the end result of this is nothing. Because the moderators are too powerful. And that's not the player base's fault. More of like, that is more of a, there's a more, this is more of a problem on like Max Berry's end. But like, the mods are given, but like, the way that they broke down the mods and how the mods are acting right now, there's like no way to really stop the moderators unless someone higher than the moderators like comes in and like looking at this, it's not likely anything's gonna happen. There's currently 5 threads about relating to recent effects. Decision was to merge. That will continue. It's not burying anything. People are well aware of the circumstances. Normal form rules apply even particular type of decision. Lines or decisions should be made. Yeah, right. This is getting to the point where we now only have 2 general secretaries, GA secretariats. And the last time these guys were on, let's see. The last time these guys were, and then the last time this guy was online was yesterday. So I don't know what's going on there. I know that I understand like why this is happening, but like the ends don't justify all means. Nothing is gonna come out of this. I want to believe something will come out of it. I really do, but I do not know what's gonna come out of this. Before I end this 20-minute video, there's one last thing that I have to talk about. And if I go over here, we can see some. I just need to point this out because it might be important later. But one of the let me just do this. H-A-I-A-T-H. Okay, right before this. Okay, back to her. Essentially what's happening is that essentially what's going on? Okay, since I can't find it, I'm just gonna say it. Apparently, so what's going on is that one of the, Haymaker Riot right here had a conversation with one of the players. I believe it was not Amerina. Lemuria, right here, and they were talking. Oh, it's right here. So what happened was Lemuria was talking about why Haymaker Riot should leave. Haymaker Riot responds with, "You and your people in your region have demonstrated unparalleled recklessness and self-absorption in the aftermath of this. Any such feedback you give me is more likely to result in me staying simply to prevent people like you weaponizing this event for your own purposes." I don't know what that is about. Oh. So what's going on is that Lemuria is threatening to vote no with all of their alts. That is illegal. Straight up, that's just illegal. You can't World Assembly multi. That's literally against the rules. I wouldn't be. That's literally like you cannot do that. You cannot do that. That's not how the game works. You can't take advantage of it because that's not gonna that's no. But this is not going this isn't going down. The number for member nations is not going down. Not that people are it's not because people are not wanting to leave. It's just because people well, I mean it kind of is because people don't want to leave. But more like it's just because they do not want to lose their high positions because there's 655 delegates. And then of course the other people who won't leave, they're offline, they're gone. They're pretty much like they do not they just don't log on anymore, or they don't really care about World Assembly. Honestly, World Assembly, I do not understand the central point behind this. I know it was like to be like a world, to be like a world, like a world, like a United Nations type of thing, but like this is just this just doesn't really do anything. Wow, that's a lot. It's weird. It's weird. Like this entire thing, been like this started yesterday, at like I was about to go to sleep, and then I decided to log on to Nationstates one more time, and then I found that literally the entirety of Nationstates is now embroiled in this like I don't even know what to call it. It's like separatist movement, a civil war. I do not know. This is crazy. We're down to 2. So yeah, that's what's going on Nationstates right now. I don't know if I do not know if I should like. I feel like I should either I feel like I should give this to someone who could probably do this more professionally. But like, I probably will honestly. Anyways, that's my take on the current events in Nationstates. Chaotic, weird, and I still don't know what OpenSec is. Alright.